Hey guys, Taylor with GammaEdge here, coming at you with a pre-market video for January 26th, 2024. Starting out here first with the SPXP full complex. Key levels to note here, 48.75. This is key downside level for the bulls. This is top of transition zone, so we do want to see this level hold. Above 48.75, 4,900 is plus gex. It's the strike with the most call or positive gamma. In this analysis, pre-market, we are right at 4,900, give or take. 5,000 is COI. Keep in mind, it's not realistic today, probably going up 100 points unless there's a catalyst we don't know about. But nonetheless, that's just showing kind of how, speculation is up and out, which is constructive to see. That's echoed by in the money, out of the money are dominated by calls. Below 48.75, you can see it's a bit of a choppy mess down here, aka transition zone is the chop zone. So be cognizant of that if we do lose 48.75. Now we can refine our analysis, right? Zoom in specifically. Let's hit on the 0 DTE here. Transition zone is 48.85, which is a bit higher than what we just looked at, to 48.80. Downside 48.70. From the bulls point of view, I'm still looking. So 48.85 is the first line of defense. Then 48.75 is what I'm looking at. Below 48.75, 48.70 is negative gex on the day. Above 48.85, 4,900. This is plus gex, same as what we just looked at. And then COI is actually up at 49.50, which is constructive. So what does that mean? That means if we're able to get above 4,900, you can see net OI on the day, predominantly call dominated, see above spot price. So what this means is as we're able to take over each one of these strikes, these deltas go from 0 to limiting to 1, especially the 0 DT nature. Those will very quickly limit to 1. Dealers' books are getting shorter, hours are getting longer, so that's kind of incremental buying pressure from the dealer's point of view that they do give on the market. So if this does happen, perhaps we get kind of the reflexive cycle and a move all the way up to 49.50. The key thing that we do want to note, if that does happen, is plus gex should be shifting higher ahead of price today. So one way that would look at is, okay, we take out 4,900, plus gex shifts to 49.25. We get up to 49.25, plus gex shifts up to 49.50, something like that. So just be cognizant of that if you're trading 0 DTE. We outline the various tools in our tweet today and a notion of how tools you can monitor to look at that. Moving on to 1DT, using this kind of as a time frame to see, okay, the next day, how are people positioned? 48.75, again, key downside level, the same thing that we looked at with SPXP. To the upside, 49.20 is plus gex, although COI is at 4,900, so that's not as constructive. Typically, we want COI to be ahead of plus gex. Keep in mind, we have 650,000 contracts today. We have 223 contracts, 1DT, so that means a lot of money still needs to flow into 1TE. But again, just kind of looking at this at a holistic approach of what people are thinking, and what I see is above and below spot price is being dominated by calls here, so that is constructive to see. Again, cognizant 48.75 key downside level. Now, last thing I like to look at is next week in totality. What does this look like? It's a similar story from what we've seen. 48.75 is plus gex right now. 5,000 is COI, above and below spot price is dominated by calls. So, ideally 48.75 is not great. That plus gex is shifting lower from where it is now. Just something to be cognizant of, ideally, as we start progressing next week. And if we do see kind of bullish continuation higher, then this does shift higher. But again, just something to monitor. Last thing wanted to hit on is our market trend model. It's still showing short-term weakness, and the cumulative tick itself is just a measure of instantaneous buying and selling. That is confirmed with the shorter-term moving average ribbon, which is the white ribbon right here. We call that railroad tracks down. Cumulative tick is below that. So net, that's where we're getting our short-term weakness from. We did see, kind of start to recover into the session yesterday. Do we get any continuation there today? Yet to be seen. From the bulls point of view, we do want to see that. However, if we start to roll over again, like we've seen the past couple days, we're gapping up again today. The last 2 days, it's been gap up and fail. Is it a third time, or do we see continuation higher? Don't know yet, but we have the tools to monitor that, and the levels that we just went through, and the market trend model, obviously. So with that, best luck out there today, and we'll see you in the Discord. Bye.